Peace, peace, good people. I hope that this video finds you well and that you are feeling safe and loved and all of those things. So I'm just sitting here waiting for the rain to die down a little bit so I can continue on with taking care of my business for today. But while I'm sitting here, I was just thinking that a lot of times how things look, how they may appear, or how they may look on paper, sometimes it does dictate how we feel about that particular situation, or what category we will put it in as far as it being good or bad. I remember I was dating this guy some years ago, right? And he checked all the boxes. I mean, he was smart, funny, had a great personality. He had great conversation. He was financially stable. He was pursuing his own personal hobbies and endeavors, you know. He was handsome, very easy on the eyes, taller than me, and that's definitely hard to come by, you know, because I'm a tall girl, you know. But he was taller than me, and you know, he had his own place, 2 cars. He was an involved father and seemed to have a pretty good co-parenting relationship with his child's mother. So it was all good as far as the list is concerned. Like, okay, does he have this? Does he have that? Does he have this? Right? But there was a catch. Some of his ideologies, certain ways he, you know, thought about things, I wasn't okay with. And also, when I was in his presence, it just didn't feel right. It started to feel like a chore of hanging with him. Even though he was a cool person, it may not have felt like a chore maybe if we were just going to be friends, but being that we were, you know, pursuing some type of relationship, it just, I don't know. I never clicked with him. I never got excited to see him. It was never, I never like developed like, oh, I like him. Like, I wasn't crushing on him. And that was just so weird to me, because I was like, wow, you know, he checks all the boxes, all the things that a female could really want. He checked all the boxes, but it just didn't feel right. I never felt that connection. Now, that was considering something that looked good, but it didn't feel good. Now, on the flip side of that, something that I'm currently experiencing, which is with my car, y'all. I know y'all tired of me talking about this car, but good news, the car has been fixed, right? But I had to pay $1,000 to get my car repaired. That don't look good. Like, man, $1,000 expense just up out of the blue. Where I had already invested a couple hundred, now here it is, I had to go and add $1,000 to really rectify the problem for real. So, you know, that's a situation where it don't really look good on paper. But believe it or not, y'all, today I really have been feeling like I'm winning. Despite that, despite my car issues of the last week or so, and now finally having to drop $1,000 on it for it to be fixed, I still feel like I'm winning. My circumstance, it may not look good from the outside looking in, but I still feel really good. Like, I feel really good. Like, all of my needs are met as well as my wants. I was able to make that payment for the repairs, you know? And I was still able to go on throughout my day. I wasn't stressing about it. Still had orders to fulfill. Still had a shipment to send off. My home front is good. My son's good. I was able to still do what I wanted to do today, how I wanted to do it. And I'm not now thinking like, oh man, I'm gonna lack somewhere else and whatever, what have you. Like, that's definitely not the case. But I think back to when my situation looked good on paper, when I had that full-time job, when I was that 10-year insurance agent. If I was still at work, I would have been stressing about this car situation, because I would not have been able to drop $1,000 like that right away. I would have payment arrangement me up, please, sir, ma'am. And there's nothing wrong with payment arrangements, but I definitely would have had to payment arrangement it up. Yeah, that good paying job had me living paycheck to paycheck more often than not. I really am grateful that, you know, I was able to do what needed to be done, not miss a beat nor step. Other bills still have gotten paid. You know, it's the first of the month, you know, even though today is the 4th, but still, you know, them first of the month bills, they were right there. They're still standing next to me a little bit. You know what I mean? They still got to be taken care of as well. It's good though, you know, like I'm still good. I just say that to say that it's important to not just examine how a situation looks on paper, how it looks face value, but even more so to examine how do you feel about it, because how you feel about a situation is ultimately going to determine the next things that flow into your reality. Because if I just went based on how dude looked on paper and I ended up getting a relationship with him, I would have ended up being dissatisfied and unhappy and felt like I was lacking something because of things that he was into that I wasn't into, ways that he thought was okay to think like the way he did, and I didn't agree with him. So I would have been in a messed up situation. But because he looked good on paper and, oh, he's a good man, Savannah, you know, I would have went along with it had I not been in tune and aware of how I felt and honored my feelings. And the same thing now. When I got that call this morning from the dealership about the cost for the repairs, I could have chosen to feel just like, oh my God, I don't need another big $1,000, man. Like, I could have really let that shake me, bring me down, lower my vibration, operate at a very low frequency. All of those things were a possibility, but I chose to choose differently. I chose to feel differently. I chose to still operate from a space of gratitude. Thank God that I was able to utilize resources, and those resources were effective in finding out what the issue was and getting it fixed. Gratitude that I have the money to be able to get the repair done, as well as keep on living this month, you know what I mean? And the months to follow. Thank God, you know, thank God that I'm just able to go on with my day and still get out there and take care of my business, you know, handle my handle. I really feel like I'm in just my winning season. And it's all because of my thought process. It's not always easy to find the silver lining in the storm cloud. But one thing about them storms, they're temporary. They shall pass. They always do, you know? And even if you're in a situation that's not necessarily a storm, and it's more so of, you know, this is a good opportunity, or this is a good environment, or this is a good person, but they're just not the best fit for me. Don't feel that you're obligated to choosing that just because it's good, just because the environment looks good on paper. It checks all the boxes. The opportunity checks all the boxes. The person checks all the boxes. Don't let that coerce you into entertaining a situation, circumstance, or person that you don't feel good about and that doesn't fulfill you at the core of who you are. So it's very important that we tap into our feelings, that we be emotionally aware, that we be self-aware, and that we honor what we feel. I like to live by a this or better philosophy with my life. This part of it, I recognize where I am. I'm aware of where I am. And if it's not where I want to continue, then I allow for better to come in. I expect better to come in. And with that expectancy, I know that it's going to be delivered upon, because that is the intention that I'm setting. I am setting an intention to receive better, no matter what it is. A place, an opportunity, a person, this or better. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, just to remind you, honor your feelings. To yourself, stay true. No matter if your friend, your family member, whoever would think like, oh, that's a good opportunity right there. That's a good place to live. That's a good job. That's a good man, Savannah. Or that's a good woman. If it don't feel right to you, honor that and do what you need to do to put you in a better position, to allow yourself to be aligned with what is going to allow you to feel the way that you want to feel. Not about how other people think you should feel. No, how you want to feel. That is what is ultimately important. I'm just grateful, y'all. I've lived a very private life for the last several years, and it astonishes even me that I've been uniquely positioned to share my life now, to share my insights, my thoughts, my beliefs, my experiences and things of that nature. It's very, very humbling. It really is, to be in this type of space, to share these things with the world, to whomever decides to click on this video. And with that being said, I do want to thank you so much for tuning into my video today, visiting my channel. Please do take a look around, see if there's anything else that I have uploaded that resonates with you, or that you can provide me with some feedback on. I will love that. Love it if you stick around and join the tribe, where it's what? Always love and always a vibe. Y'all be easy. Y'all take care. And I'ma definitely see you in the next one.